Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to set up Webhook inside Canny. So Canny is an amazing tool that helps businesses to collect and manage customer feedback. It allows companies to gather insights from users, prioritize feature requests, and also to communicate about their product updates. And when the customers are going to send the feedbacks related to the product or their post, they can manage and gather that. Okay, now I'm going to tell you step by step that how you can set up a connection between Canny and Pabbly Connect to send the response of Canny towards any other application with the help of Webhook. So Webhook acts as a bridge to connect different applications, and it helps to deliver the data from one application to another on the happening of a specific event, that too automatically. So now we are going to set up a connection between Canny and Pabbly Connect with the help of Webhook. For that, you can see that on my screen we have two windows, trigger and action. So trigger and actions are the two main concepts or the principles on which the entire automation runs. Here the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards the word trigger. So whatever we are going to select in a word trigger, it is going to command the entire workflow automation, and also actions are going to follow that same command. So therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can have multiple actions as we want. Let's suppose here we are going to set up a connection between Canny and Pabbly Connect in trigger. So you are going to take Canny in trigger, but you can take any other application in action. Let's suppose you want to create a record of the feedbacks you are getting from Canny post in Google Sheets. So you are going to select Google Sheets in your action. When you will set up this connection, as soon as a new feedback will be received on your post in Canny, automatically a record will be created in Google Sheets with all the details. So clearly we can see that action is following what the trigger commands. Because when the trigger happens, that means when the feedback is received, then only the record is created in Google Sheets, otherwise not. And also further, you can add some more action steps as well. If you want to send the feedback to your team members through Google Chat, then you can add Google Chat over here further in the action step. And also you can add Gmail to send the response on Gmail, or to send thank you message to the user who has submitted the response by adding Gmail in your action step. So you can add multiple actions according to your requirements, but the trigger is only one. Okay, now after understanding the concept, let's start creating the setup. So first of all, we have to select our trigger, and our trigger application over here will be Canny. So we will select that. Now we have to select the trigger event. So trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or start. So here we have only one option, Webhook configuration. So we have selected Webhook configuration over here as our trigger event. So once we will set up this connection between Canny and Pabbly Connect, on the happening of any event, we are going to receive the response over here. Okay, so now we have to set up the connection, and for that a Webhook URL is provided to us. So basically this is a unique URL which is going to act as a bridge for setting up this connection and for sending the details from Canny towards Pabbly Connect. So first of all, let us copy the URL, and then we have to follow the instructions which are given over here step by step to set up the connection, and I'm going to tell you exactly what we are supposed to do. So first of all, we have to log into our Canny account, then we have to go towards profile image, and under settings we will find the option of webhooks. So I'm going to take you towards Canny. This is my profile. When we will click on it, here is the option of settings. Let's select settings over here, and from the left side we can see the option of API. Under API, here is the option of Webhook. So basically we have to set up the Webhook connection. For that we have to paste the URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect in this particular URL field. So we have done that. Now we will simply click on add. And as we have done that, you can see that the Webhook URL is successfully added over here. This means that the connection is successful. But we have not set up a connection to a specific event. Okay, this means that on the happening of any event, we are going to receive the response. Now, first of all, we can see that it is showing waiting for Webhook response. So we have to do a test submission for capturing the response over here in Pabbly Connect, and then we will move forward. Now, how we are going to get that response? For that, we have to. Now, how we are going to get that response? For that, we have multiple events over here. So we have to perform one of these events to receive the response. Let's say I want that whenever the comment will be created on my post, then I want to receive the response. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave a comment over here on my post. So this is my post. When I'm going to make a comment over here from a user's ID, I'm going to receive the response in Pabbly Connect. Let's say the comment is, this is a test comment. Okay, now I'm going to submit the comment. And as soon as we have done that, here you can see that a user has commented on my post. Now we will go back towards Pabbly Connect. We will wait for a few seconds over here. And yes, we can see that we have received the response over here. In the response, we have received all the details. This is the type of the event which is being performed, that is comment created. Here's the object type is comment. Okay, the object value is, this means that the body of the comment which we have received, this is a test comment. Okay, now here's the post details on which the comment is received. First post, this is the date and time at which the comment is received. And here are the details of the user who has submitted this comment. So here's the name of the user who has submitted this comment, and this is the email of that user. So as we have received this response, this means that our connection is absolutely successful. But because, as I have told you, that we cannot set up a connection for a specific event over here in Canny, therefore we are going to receive the response of all the events which are going to be happen in Canny. So if you want to continue the workflow for each and every event, then you can continue that. But in case if you want that only on the happening of a specific event you want to continue the workflow, then you will have to apply a condition over here. And how you're going to do that? With the help of the filter. So you will set a filter condition. So let's suppose I want that only when the comment will be created, then only I want to receive the response. So for that I will have to set up a filter condition in this workflow that as soon as the comment will be created, then only I want to continue the workflow, otherwise not. Okay, so for that what I'm going to do, I will go towards my action step and I will select filter over here. So filter is an amazing feature by Pabbly which allows us to set the conditions in the workflow according to our requirements. Here our action event will be filter values. Now we will click on connect, and now here we have to set up this condition. So in the condition we have to select first of all the label, the filter type and the value. So the label will be on the basis of which we want to set the condition. So here we will select our previous response, and I want that whenever the type of the event will be comment created, then I want to continue the workflow. So the label will be type over here. And because we have selected this label from our previous response, this means that now it has become dynamic and it is going to replace with each and every new response. So now whenever any event will be happen inside Canny and the response will be captured, automatically the type is going to be replaced. So whatever data we map by using previous response, it becomes dynamic and it is replaceable. So now when we have selected the type, the filter type will be equal to, and now we have to provide the value. So I want that when the type which we have received from the response will be equal to comment created, then only the workflow should continue, otherwise not. So what I will do, we will simply go towards the response which we have received from Canny, and this is the type of event which we have received. So I will simply copy that and I will paste it over here in the value. And because I have pasted it manually, so it has become static and now it is not going to replace. So now whenever a new response will be captured, automatically the type is going to be replaced, and if the type will be equal to comment created, then the workflow is going to continue, otherwise not. In this way, according to your requirements, you have to set the filter condition. On the happening of whichever specific event you want to run this workflow, you have to select that event, and when you are going to receive the event in the value, then only the workflow is going to continue, otherwise not. But in case if you want that on the happening of each and every event you want the workflow to run, so you can also continue it without the filter. Okay, now if you want to add any other application in the action step to send the response of Canny to that application, you can definitely add that and you can create this workflow like this. So this was a short video on how to set up connection between Canny and Pabbly Connect as trigger. And these were the steps that how you can set Webhook inside Canny. Okay, so this was it in this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such applications without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to share it with your friends. And also please like our video and subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.